Apple has unveiled new laptops, iMacs, and new first-of-its-kind M3 chips that boost performance, but also graphics horsepower. All that at an unusual Halloween-themed nighttime launch event yesterday. The company saw its sales fall 7% in the second quarter amid a global PC sales slowdown. Apple said that the new chips are a significant upgrade, providing faster speeds, long battery life, and also on the high end, the horsepower needed to develop artificial intelligence applications. Apple has also cut the price of the entry-level MacBook Pro. For more on this now, let's get to Russ Mould, Investment and Research Director at AJ Bell. Thank you for being with us today. Russ, first of all, a global PC slowdown. I mean, that's interesting. Why is this happening right now? How are consumers' habits changing?
I mean, we saw a huge boom in IT equipment purchasing as those who were lucky enough to be able to work from home during lockdowns and COVID did buy more equipment. So they've still got those machines that are working perfectly well. They're still perhaps looking for reasons as to why they should upgrade their equipment going forwards. They have other alternatives, such as tablets, or in some cases, people would perhaps now prefer a games console. So there are lots of reasons why we've seen a slowdown, and a lot of corporations are still wrestling with working from home, hybrid working, and what their hardware requirements will be going forwards as well.
And Russ, let's get to Apple. As we've just heard, they also just unveiled new M3 chips, right? How much will this help in the context of a chip war that we've been talking about and fierce competition in that sector that we've been observing?
I mean, what's interesting here is that the chips are manufactured by Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. So that reinforces the importance of Taiwan in the global supply chain. They're based upon architectures provided by the British firm ARM, which has just floated on the New York Stock Exchange. So it reinforces the importance of that company. But also Apple is now designing its own chips based on those architectures. One of the reasons, for example, why Intel has been struggling so much recently. So it affirms the importance of not just the architectures, but the designs and control of the supply chain as best you can.
Russ Mould, really interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now let's go to other top stories from around the world. China's manufacturing activity has contracted in October, despite policymakers' attempts to stimulate economic growth. The Purchasing Managers' Index fell to 49.5 from 50.2, below the 50 mark. That separates growth from contraction. The non-manufacturing PMI also fell to 50.6 last month, signaling a slowdown in activity in the services and construction sectors. Samsung has reported higher than expected profits in the third quarter of this year, with its smartphone and display panel businesses performing the strongest. Net income totaled $4.1 billion in the September quarter, more than double what analysts had anticipated. The company's chip division posted an operating loss despite signs of recovery in demand. And BP has reported a steep fall in annual profits, missing analyst estimates. The oil giant said its profits more than halved in the third quarter to $3.3 billion after a slump in its gas trading business. It comes as global oil prices lost momentum over 3 months to September, which have risen since then.